Today, on Be Something Wonderful, the missing link to manifesting your SP, money, or anything else you desire. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back to the studios of Be Something Wonderful in Las Vegas. Big video today. It was really hard to decide which story I wanted to talk about. This is a big one today. We're getting a lot of emails, a lot of clients that are having some epiphanies and breakthroughs, but I want to talk about this particular one that we talked several months ago now. And during our session yesterday, she was, Tom, very, very excited. I was excited for her and through her and as her, because we're all that is all that is. Thank you. I feel so much love and gratitude. You're right. I lack nothing. This whole idea months ago where she said she was heartbroken at that time, right? Going through a lot of heartache, her SP and her broke up. She had credit card debt, was really feeling a lot of lack. This whole question came up of poverty consciousness. We're going to talk about these ideas today and more, but she was feeling that idea, that bogus idea of being in lack, non-fulfillment, and poverty, right? She was and so what she tells me a remarkable story, right? They got back together, her and her SP, and it was nice. She liked it, but then she met someone new just a few months into her getting back together after that heartbreak. We're going to talk about what she did. Remember, it wasn't really a change in any of her processes. All of her processes were powerful, right? She has a meditation thing that she does. She affirms, she assumes, she does an imaginal scene. She follows the Neville Goddard teachings of a state akin to sleep. She did all that, but when she was doing it, at the time we met, at the time we had our session, it was coming from a tremendous focus and awareness on lack, on being heartbroken and broke. Right? Now she says her credit cards are almost zero. She's got this new person she's been seeing for a while now, right? She's in love. And she goes, I'll never ever say that I'm missing anything ever again. We're going to go over these ideas. Remember, it's not what you're holding. It's not that you're missing anything. This is the idea that we talked about yesterday. It's what you're holding on to that binds you to those unwanted realities, binds you to those unwanted identities. And that sense or feeling of lack and non-fulfillment. She really got that. It wasn't anything that she was missing. It was what she was holding on to. This idea of missing love and money and being heartbroken and broke. So we're going to cover these ideas today and more. So what am I missing? Right? I feel like I'm living in poverty consciousness, right? That's what she's not saying that now, but that was her story back then. You're missing nothing. It's that idea about yourself that keeps you bound to what you judge as unwanted realities, unwanted identities, and unwanted conditions. It's that assumption and belief that you're missing something, that you need to manifest, create, do, accomplish, get, achieve, and become or be something or someone other than who you already are, that keeps you bound to the unreality of lack and non-fulfillment. Hear it again. It's not the conditions. It wasn't the processes. It was that idea that she got it, that it was that idea that she was missing something. And she said these last few videos that we'd posted on the channel have really resonated with her, right? It's the idea that's what keeps you bound to those unwanted conditions. It's that assumption and belief that you need to manifest something, create something, do, accomplish, get, achieve, and become or be something other than who you already are, that keeps you bound to those unrealities of lack and non-fulfillment, or being heartbroken and broke in her case, right? So Jesus, your I am awareness, right, knew this when he resurrected Lazarus. I've talked about the resurrection of Lazarus, right? And commanded, unbind him and let him go. In other words, you're resurrected. You're there. You're already that person you want to be, but you can't see it through. You're bound. Like Lazarus, was bound hand and foot with grave clothes. That's what it says in Scripture. You're bound by your dead ideas of lack, of limitation, and non-fulfillment. By your dead ideas that you're heartbroken and broke. Right? Remember, Lazarus was bound. He was resurrected, but bound with grave clothes. Something over his eyes, bound by his hand and feet. That's what poverty consciousness really means. Hear this. That's that there is some other thing or purpose, right, you need to be complete, whole, worthy, and fulfilled right now, here and now. She talked about that. It was interesting yesterday because she said, you know, back then I thought, what am I missing? What's my purpose, right? She was feeling so down and out that she was grasping for what her purpose is. Who is she? What's the point of all of this, right? You get to that point, but remember, that's poverty consciousness. That there is some other thing or purpose that you need to be or do to be complete, whole, worthy, and fulfilled right now. There's nothing else. There's no remember this. We talked about this yesterday. It's really cool. And she remembers an older video that I've talked about these ideas as well. They're on the channel somewhere. Remember, there's no greater or a higher purpose than being born or resurrected as God, as all that is in physical expression, in the 3D experience as I am awareness. Wow. Do you see it? Nothing can give you that fulfillment, right? There's no greater purpose than God, than being resurrected like Lazarus as God, all there is in physical expression. Yet we're bound by those grave clothes when we're looking for it somewhere else. That's powerful today. So there's no higher or greater purpose than God, than life, than love. That's what God is. It's not. What greater purpose is that than being source? Right? All ideas of poverty consciousness, of lack, of non-fulfillment, of unworthiness, come from forgetting that. Come from believing and assuming you're separate from your source or God, that there's some other purpose than love or life. Jesus, your I am awareness, said this in the Gospel of Thomas. When you know yourselves, then you'll be known. And you'll realize that you're children of the living source. But if you don't know yourselves, then you live in poverty. And you are that poverty. You are the poverty. Jesus defines and gives us the answer to poverty consciousness right here. Right? Knowing yourself as the son of the living source, as a child of the living source. Gospel of Thomas. That's powerful today. Do you see that? That's good. So there's no better way to know yourself as source, as God, as love, as life, than to put your attention and awareness on what you love, on fulfillment. Yes, the processes, the meditation connects you to that love. The whole idea of imagining your wish fulfilled, affirming it and assuming it is to connect you with that love. But if it's from that thought or idea that you got to get something, create something to be more than who you already are, that's what creates that lack and non-fulfillment. Hold on to nothing. A Course in Miracles says that. Doesn't mean to give up or let go of your desires. That whole idea, right? She was ready to give up back then, her desires. It's not about that, but rather only your attachment to them. Give up your attachment that you need that to be complete, right? You don't have to hold on to what you love because you are love. It's letting things that you're not connected to by love to fall away. Do you see it? Anything not connected to you by love is meant to fall away because it's not reality. It's not your love. It's not your source. It's not God. It's not that I am awareness. It's the only reality. That's what's real. And in fact, the SP that she did get back with, it fell away as the love fell away. She fell in love with someone else, but it didn't change anything. It doesn't change who you are. You're still that I am awareness. That's powerful today, a powerful thought. You can never lose or not manifest and experience what's connected to you by love. Hear this again. You can't lose anything, and you cannot not manifest and experience what's connected to you by love, because love is the only reality. Love, life, God, source, it's all love. You can't possibly lose that. You cannot not manifest and experience what's connected to you by love. Wow, it's only the idea and assumption and belief that you could lack or lose anything that creates the experience of non-fulfillment. It's only that idea. God, I am, couldn't possibly lack or lose anything. There's no greater purpose than just being that. Make all processes and techniques of imagining, of assuming and affirming your wish already fulfilled, an act of love versus an action of lack. This is some of the nuances we got to yesterday. It was really she was taking action from lack versus making the processes, the affirmations, the assuming the wish fulfilled, even her meditations as an act of love. In other words, letting go and holding on to nothing moves you into the eternal now moment where all things are possible, where everything that you want is. Right? Trying to get or manifest something or trying to hold on to something and not to lose it, that keeps you bound to the dead past, to the dead realities. You're like Lazarus, resurrected but in your grave clothes, dead to the reality of who you are, who you really are. That's really powerful today. Wow. And an act of love versus an action of lack. That's power. So of course, you can manifest a specific person. You can manifest money, right? Money in SP, right? She did, but not by holding on to an old dead reality out of fear, out of lack and loss. By letting go and holding on to nothing and shifting to the new quantum possibility. That's what she did. She just let go of that old dead reality. Remember, that loss or heartbreak that you feel when your heart, that loss or heartbreak you feel is your heart expanding. It's love expanding. It's love asking for more space to be in. Do you see it? I've talked about this in a few old videos, right? The loss or heartbreak you feel is your heart expanding and asking for more space to be in. That was the heartbreak that she was experiencing, the brokenness or being broke that she was experiencing. It's what no longer it's connected to you by love. It's falling away. That's what was happening, right? Embrace that. Let that old reality, what's no longer connected to you by love. Remember, it's the love of your desires that manifests and creates those realities. Stop trying to prop up or hang on to dead realities that are built on fear and lack, right? They're meant to fall away. That's what causes that heartbreak or that sensation or experience of heartbreak. Allow them to fall away. Unbind him and let him go, right? Or what Jesus said in The Chosen, get up, let's go, get up, pick up your mat and walk. That's what we're talking about. Stop trying to prop up these realities that are meant to fall away, meant to dissolve back into the infinite possibilities, meant for you to move to this new identity and new reality. Those others are built on fear and lack. Allow them to fall away. That's the missing link to manifesting your SP, money, or anything else. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on the videos. Thank you for being part of our Facebook group, The Ambassadors, at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful, for joining us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, at TikTok at Be Something Wonderful, or anywhere on social media at either Tom Kearin or at Be Something Wonderful. Also our membership channel. Had a tremendous live stream, really fun, last Sunday at 9 a.m. in the morning, Pacific Coast Standard Time. We're going to have another one this coming month in March that's coming. I will be announcing that. Our team will be announcing that. And we just released a big video on the membership channel. Check that out. If you're a member, check it out. If you're not, check out how to join us in a link below. Creators, with great love, with great light and infinite gratitude, this is Tom here in the studios of Be Something Wonderful in Las Vegas. Until next time, we'll see you soon.